All right. Hey there, Louis. How you doing?
Hey, Josh, I'm doing well. How are you, man?
I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. Guys, we are back. We are back.
Week three?
Week three, week two. A lot of surprises, a lot of injuries. It's set the league into a little bit of an uproar, or every league into an uproar, given the big names that went down. Before we start today's episode or show, whatever you want to call it, we just wanted to take a quick moment here. We've all grown up together. We've known each other in and out of classes more. We've grown up
Extensively.
and we've matured. We've grown together, and we're just like family. Um, and I consider this league a good portion of my family, and you guys are really close to me. And very recently, you know, a member of our family has lost another family member, and we just wanted to take a moment.
Offer up our condolences and
Yeah,
just sending our love and thoughts.
and thoughts and prayers with you and your family as well. So we just wanted to take a small moment, a couple of moments here, moment of silence, as it were, out of respect. Um, so. We love you. We hope everything is okay. If you ever need anything, your family's
Totally.
here. Yeah, your family's here. Your family's on YouTube now too, as well. So you know,
All 12 of us,
all
or
12 of
10
us.
of us.
Yeah, in and out of these episodes, we're all on YouTube. But we love you, and
Love you
we'll be
guys.
talking to you guys here very soon. Some of you we're going to be talking with tonight with this awesome episode. We're trying out a few new things as well, so let's get right into it.
Welcome to our 2009 Fantasy Football Mission.
Woo! All right, week three, week two's in the books, man.
Week
Louis,
two is done and away with. I
ah,
remember I stopped looking at my phone for quite a bit there. I had one hope at the end. I turned the game on, and Tyler Lockett dropped what would have been a 30-yard pass for a potential victory.
potential victory.
Um,
We had a lot of those this week. I think Chet came in clutch quite at the end there. He came back. You know what? What am I talking for? You want to give us a week two recap, my friend?
Here is your week two recap. Captain Kirk taking down Electric Clyde 140 to 137, the top scorer of the
Woo!
week.
God damn.
Receiversonly.com edging out the 2019 winner, kicking Buckers 132 to 122. Make America Gronk again.
Ah, yes.
Gronk America, it came. And Gronk
Did not
quietly
show up.
left America, Make America Gronk again after week two. More on that later, but they took down Insane in the Rain 113 to 97.
Well played, man. I,
The
I
number
should not have
one
even been that close.
the number one seed Tucker's new home taking out the former Tucker owner, Tuckered out. Tucker's new home edging them out 136 to 113. Next, again, a man looking to get upright soon, and he may very well find him there after week three. In week two, however, he did take down White Girls 132 114.
Nice. Well played. Well played, gents. It was a pretty solid week, given the injuries that occurred. We all felt. I even looked at Danny's bench and I talked to him today. It's all red. everybody's experiencing.
Oh, that was my talking point today. Yes.
Oh,
I looked at the matchup. I was like, oh,
ooh,
God.
ooh, ooh. Yeah, everybody took a hard hit. Almost everybody. But I mean, let's be honest here. CMC going down, Saquon going down. Everybody from the first couple of rounds in the draft seems to be having a little bit of trouble. It's going to make things really interesting. A $34 bid or $38 bid on Mike Davis.
Yeah, we saw a lot of fab. Fab,
A
fab,
lot,
fab. It was a
a
fab
lot.
fest, man.
I think the biggest money drops to yesterday were Mike Davis and Devonta Freeman. And I just got to ask, what year is it? Oh my God! Whoa! Woo! Wow! We're
It's
gonna see.
2020, my friend, and
Oh,
we are in 2020
yeah,
for a few more months. So
yeah.
anything can happen.
it can't end soon enough. 2020 getting really insane. But we'll see what happens here with these pickups. In the meantime, we thought it would be kind of fun. The first couple of weeks here so far this season, we've done buy and sell. They've been a little bit of fun, but we thought it'd be even more fun if we actually have you guys join us and actually spit out a few buy and sells, get a little bit of discussion going. Just makes it a little bit more fun for everybody involved. So today we have a special guest joining us, and if you happen to get a text message from me before these videos are made,
Please respond.
it's not
Please
only
respond.
about game of the weeks anymore. You might be a co-host if you don't mind, joining us and giving it a little buy sell take. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and invite this lovely man to the call.
The original Scott.
The original Scott, Mr. Transaction Talks himself, the original Scott. Hello, sir.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
I
Oh!
just realized my camera was off.
Well, I'm glad you know how to flip it on.
Oh, wow. Well, that's the power of Chubb, I guess. I
The chubbiest
know I
Chubb.
don't have him in this league. I have him in another league. I
Okay.
was able to win in that one, so I figured I would come representing myself in that.
The win that didn't matter, you made.
The
Well
win
done.
didn't matter, yeah.
Oh, we're very
And the
proud of
intro,
you.
I guess. Look at that. The power
Oh,
of Chubb.
that was a great way to jump on camera there.
Thank you.
You gave me
Really
a half chance.
surprised us.
But I figured I'd come from the other league standpoint, just because I didn't want to add any bias into some of the things we're talking about. As we're going to talk a little bit about some buy and sell here, huh?
Hey, love it. All right, man. All I just asked you to do is join us for a segment. This is Lyjack, like taking the initiative.
This
to
is
be-
above and beyond.
Speaking of sell, got a
Love
lot
it.
to
Yeah.
talk about here.
All right, man. We're all ears. Hit us with what you got. I would love to hear these buy and sell.
All right, excellent. So, one of the things I'm going to start off with here is Raheem Mostert. For me, I'm going to say that he is a sell. I know he's
Just a general.
in general.
Oh,
He's going to be a
okay.
sell.
right.
You don't want him. Sure enough, yeah, he's had 2 real great games to start everything off. Now he's got a mild MCL injury. I don't think he's going to come back as strong as he did from having him on teams in years past. Like, he usually gets 2, maybe 3, like, really good games out of him, but then the rest of the time he kind of putters along. The real character you're going to want to be looking at is McKinnon, which I know somebody bought them today. I think that was
The Mostert owner. The Mostert owner.
The Mostert owner, the Tucker's home. I mean, that's going to be great. I think McKinnon's actually going to come in, show what we all wanted to see last year before he kind of got injured out. So there's not much that we can look at. But I think with Garoppolo being out, I think you're going to see a lot of McKinnon.
Hold on here. Well, was McKinnon ever a previous keeper for someone?
I
Yeah, that's a
I
very
had him.
good question.
I had him. I'm trying to remember if I did keep him, but I remember
Yeah.
immediately, and then he
Yeah.
sat IR for
Yeah.
Yeah, you
season.
kept him on the
Yeah.
IR. I don't think he ever left the IR, did he?
He did
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
And that I was able to keep my team name that year. McKinnon ain't winning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he, I'm gonna say sell Mostert and
You
McKinnon.
are all in
There you
on a
go.
former keeper.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah,
You
gotcha.
and absolutely. One of the notable big buys that I'm gonna say, Devontae Freeman. I think that was a great pickup. He's got big shoes in order to fill. I know the only reason he wasn't playing the first couple weeks is I think he was holding out to try and get a little bit more money. It wasn't any sort of injury or anything, or no team really wanted him. I think he was just kind of holding out, waiting for a gap in a roster. And you know what? He found one with the Giants. I think that was a good buy. One of the side notable buys that I would like to mention, if you're going to be looking at the Giants team, is Darius Slayton. I think
Recently
he
dropped.
Was that?
dropped.
I think he was okay. So maybe I've got it for another league, but I thought he was dropped in our league.
Oh, for a second I thought you meant by the Giants. I was like, wait a second. I was like, that's it.
No, he's a free agent.
You know
He's a
what?
free agent.
If we can't have Barkley, we're gonna So Darius Slayton, I think he's someone that you're gonna want to keep an eye on. Maybe this would be a good time to buy, kind of see what's going on. Just if Freeman can't fill Barkley's shoes, who's gonna be next? What, Dion Lewis? You don't want Dion Lewis. That's a side sell right there. You think he might be the one in order to come in and fill in Barkley's shoes? I don't think he'll be able to handle the pressure. What was his last good year, 2017? Yeah, he was on New England, and he got his Super Bowl ring and everything for that. But he didn't play much in the playoffs. His last touchdown was before the playoffs, and then actually when he was in the playoffs, Dion Lewis had a fumble, and after that they just kind of pushed him off to the side to let the rest of the Patriots get that ring for his finger.
New York. Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know what? This is a lot of pressure now here to fill Barkley's shoes. I don't think Dion Lewis is going to be able to do it. Devontae Freeman might be able to do it, but if he's not able to and he's just kind of out of the game a little bit, you're going to want to look at Darius Slayton because I think they'll start changing things up instead of going full out of run. I think they're going to start throwing the ball a lot more, and Slayton's going to be your guy.
Available in our league right now, ladies and gentlemen.
If you act fast.
Buy now.
I might take him. Did you?
Buy now.
I've been looking, honestly, a lot of the things that I found very good, but I didn't want to mess up all my talking points by picking things up because then there we go. So I'm going to wait until after I'm done, and then I'm going to swoop in and pick everyone up before this airs just to prove everyone right. This is someone you want to buy.
It looks like you're going to have to beat Louis to the punch here. He's the only one that's
Yeah, he's
Do I
realizing this in
drop
real
Adrian
time.
Peterson? Do I drop Adrian Peterson?
got
Who else you got for us?
This guy here, so Myles Gaskin.
Yes.
I know he was also recently picked up. I don't hate the pickup, but I don't think it's anyone you're going to want to keep on to. If anything, that's a buy to sell, or what we call in the biz, that's a trade. So you're going to want to look at trading him, which would be good. He might
I
have.
love this segment. I love where you took this. I love this so much.
I can't lie. I did put a $2 bid on Myles Gaskin this week.
Yeah. There are a handful of people that were trying to get Myles Gaskin. I think he'd be good. Fitzpatrick you'll be one of the traders
for my blood.
looking at it. Josh, I say tread lightly. The main reason Fitzpatrick, he's flinging his arm like crazy. He's got some hefty yardage so far for these first two. I know he's already broke 500 yards passing. I think he's going to try and keep that going. I think it's going to be tough to share the running love between 6 other running backs on their team. I know a lot of them aren't going to get all the field time, but
I know that arm, that rocket arm, is fueled and powered by the beard. I understand.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
The longer for every time he throws over 20 yards, another hair pops out.
There it is.
But yeah, so I was going to say, if you are looking at the Miami team, though, looking to pick up someone, you're going to want to look more towards their tight ends, and you're going to want to buy Mike Gesicki. All right, that's going to be someone you're going to look at, especially for this week. That's going to be a big buy right there. They're going up against the Jags. I know it's a Thursday night game. Last week, they didn't look very good against the Titans. Titans tight end. I think they let up a couple. I think that's where most of the touchdowns actually came from with their last game.
Good old Jonnu. Yeah.
I don't know if they'll have enough time for this Thursday night game in order to fix what's wrong with those defensive holes they've got going there. So you're going to want to look at buying Gesicki. That's going to be the one you're going to want to look at.
All right.
Buy now.
Buy now.
I've got another double buy here. That this is going to be based off of a game with the Packers versus New Orleans. I think that one is going to be a pissing match between the quarterbacks to see who is going to throw the ball further. So you're going to want to look at Marquez Valdez-Scantling, the name you got to practice, or as I like to call him now, MVS.
MVS.
Short.
I think that's going to be a good one, good pickup, especially since Devontae Adams, I think he's already ruled out for this week, so that's going to kind of share a little bit of the love with where that ball is going to be going. Scantling, he would have had a nice touchdown last week, but I think he got pulled right out of bounds. There was something dicey with that play, but they've been going for him for some of those deep ballage. He's almost like the hill to their team, so to speak. So I think that'll be a big one to look at. On the other side of the ball, Traquan Smith. You know what? He has kind of stepped up a little bit and hopped up into Michael Thomas'
You're wrong on Emmanuel
shoes.
Sanders. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think Emmanuel, he's out there for a little bit.
He should have stayed in San Francisco.
Not enough, yeah. But I think Traquan, he's going to be one of the big go-tos for this week. So I would keep an eye on him.
Love it. Absolutely love it.
This one, just because I want to merge some of my segments here with transaction talks. It's a very unfortunate one. Mike Davis. Kind of, it's like you have to buy, but I don't know if you need to buy him for that much.
Not that much, but I think he's totally playable.
This, to me, is the equivalent of people running out and buying toilet paper in March.
You know what? I will agree. That's put one of the managers in this league below their 50% fab mark already now. So here we are going into week 3, and dollars are dropping. If anything, because I'm wondering if they have some sort of backup plan for this team where if this worst case scenario happens where CMC goes down, if they've got a couple other trick plays and, maybe they'll start looking at their wideouts more. DJ Moore, I know he's going to be a real big player, I think, in these next couple of games. So one of the ones I'm going to call here, Mike Davis will have a couple good names, but you're going to want to buy to sell. I think he could be good trade material. And he could be good to dump off before he starts getting bad, since you're not going to see the CMC numbers out of him, which is unfortunate.
I agree.
All right, so the next one I've got here is Nyheim Hines. I think he's still owned in our league, and you're going to want to get rid of him. I think he was a bit of a overhyped bust. I don't think he's going to do that much in any of these future Colt games. I think Jonathan Taylor is going to be taking the ball majority of the time,
the man.
Pushing through. So I think he's going to be their big go-to. And if they got to start throwing the ball, if they're from behind, I mean, they got some decent wideouts there. T.Y. Hilton, Reese Fountain. I mean, that's a name you're going to want to know. But yeah,
as the big cell is behind you. Yeah, that's the name. Yeah.
Big cell, yeah. Not with the fountain. This is all going to be on Hines. So yeah, I think that's a sell. Now for the final one.
Oh.
Oh, I don't know which way it's forward or backwards, but it'll show.
It'll. I think it flips in the video.
I think so.
I was fussing with it. But my final big sell here. This one is brought to us by our unofficial and unaware sponsors, Pennzoil.
Unaware.
If this player is on your team, just like your car's oil, it's time for a change. Don't wait for your blood to boil. Go out and get some Pennzoil. So
again, hashtag not a sponsor.
Need a sponsor. Unofficial and unaware.
I love this.
Big sell.
On who?
Week. This is going to be Adrian Peterson.
I was just talking about him. All right. I'm dropping him.
You gotta move fast.
I think that's a waste of a bench spot. It would be a waste of an IR spot if he ended up getting COVID or anything. The Lions, they've had to play from behind all these games.
Are you selling players that you really want on your team? Is this what this is?
Like I said, I'm a representative from a different league, one where I'm actually winning with Chubb. So this is just
by Pennzoil and the other
kind of looking in. Actually, as I was going through and taking a look at all of the players that I wanted to talk about, then I went to go look at what teams they were on, and I was trying to see who people were picking up. When I saw Adrian Peterson's name in that transaction log, I thought, oh boy, that's tough, kid.
Somebody just went through that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead, check your phone right now. What happened?
All of their 1 yard touchdowns are going to carry on. I mean, we learned that last week. So you don't need him for right next to the line at all.
I agree. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, and being in the league for as long as he has, I think he needs a stronger O-line to help make a little bit extra pockets and holes for him to start to get through.
Electric cloud. That is Darius Slayton.
There you go.
We're doing it live.
Which brings me to my final segment, the backwards sell. If you didn't have him and now you have him, you're going to want to sell him. You don't want Darius Slayton on your team. It's bad. You're going to want to get rid of him.
You're going to drop. Okay. So you're going to pick up Adrian Peterson?
So, yeah, you're going to want
How much fab? You're going
to want to sell Adrian Peterson, and you're going to want to sell Darius Slayton. So you're stuck in a double sell here. You're kind of
That's really what he's telling you. just start dropping all your players.
There you go. Hopefully, depending on I'm not sure who. Hopefully, you dropped Adrian Peterson for him because he's just gonna keep trickling along and wasting space on that bench of yours. You need people that you can rotate out. Adrian Peterson is not going to be one of them.
Love it. Oh my gosh, that was well played, sir. Well played.
That was a journey.
That was a journey.
I'm just glad I was along for the ride.
I'm right there with you. I don't remember which path I took. I don't know which exit I took. I'm sorry.
Yeah, did you take the buy or did you take the sell? Louis took the buy. Louis took the
both.
Yeah,
took both.
Buy and sell.
I went right down the middle.
Yeah, that's perfect. Josh, what are you doing? Who are you selling? Let me know before.
I might be trading.
Ooh, trade talks. All right.
Trade talks. I mean, I do believe I may have sent you a conversation starter, Lijek.
Yeah, that you did. I don't know if I responded back to the conversation, but I will take a look at it.
The conversation.
But too amped up with all of this putting togetherness and everything.
Yes. Well, I mean, if you need any more help getting things going, I hear the best lubricant is Pennzoil. Just a heads up, man. in case you didn't know.
This definitely helped me out, though. A little bit of extra research that I was doing in order to decide who I want to be putting into my flex spot, since that was pretty tough last week. I took advice, some people, and swapped it out near the end, last minute. Things kind of backfired, and now I have someone on my IR that I'd picked
Carry
up.
on.
Got a little.
I honestly, could I just say I liked the move of Pierce Campbell. I was eyeing picking him up myself. So thank you, and I'm sorry at the same time.
Just
Thank
got a
you,
little bit
and
of.
I'm sorry. I'm
I
sorry.
need a little bit of
Thank you.
some flexual healing here and decide who I want to put in there and hopefully score some touchdowns and not go on IR.
Just out of curiosity, are you in front of a green screen right now? Like, do you have a green blanket up right now?
I am. It's actually left over from with my work, and it's on a curtain rod. So
Ooh. Oh, so you got a magical door behind the curtain.
Who's the man behind the?
Pay no attention to the door behind the curtain. Love it. Well, Lyjek, we appreciate you stopping in, giving us a little bit of buy-sell, a little bit of insight for one of our hosts to make a really quick move live. Nicely done. Yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah, it's full chub right now, right behind you.
It's
full chub.
Yeah.
Full chub, man.
Full chub.
Yeah. Hopefully you could take some of your own advice, my friend. We need you to get out of that 0-2 spot. Or maybe you're just taking all this research and applying it to that other
I'd like to
league.
get out of that spot too.
Yeah, it's not very fun. I reached out and I sent a text to Heiser saying like, oh man, maybe this will be close. And as I finished sending it, I looked back at the Yahoo and I saw that somebody ran. I'm trying to remember who got a touchdown, and I was like, well, nope,
Never mind.
that's it.
I think I pretty much called mine at about 12:49 on Sunday.
Yeah, you were quick.
Yeah.
I saw the writing on the wall immediately.
It's better to know, not have to wait.
Yeah, I don't think I looked at my score again until about the end of the night after that. It was very calming.
There you go.
Appreciate it, man. We'll talk to you again soon. Yeah.
Yeah. See you again soon. Thanks for having me on. I'm gonna play myself out here, and guys, keep doing what you do best.
Hey.
Thank you, sir.
Appreciate it, sir. Green screen.
Green man.
Green man.
That's the power of choice.
Oh, that boy's got some power.
That is a soundbite waiting to happen.
He is. It is a soundbite waiting to happen.
My goodness, where do we go from there?
Where do we go from there? I'll tell you. How about a couple of our favorite players outside the top 20 in each position? We definitely brought this on last week. It's something that we're kind of coming around to and liking this segment a little bit more. We've only done it 2 weeks, but it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. It opens your mind. Yeah, it opens up your eyes to those not in the top 10, top 20, and it just like Lyjek was doing. You find a little bit more research and you actually come across little hidden gems here. So outside the top 20, Louis, what do you got for us in the quarterback position?
I have a person I never thought that I would be talking about.
Oh, I love to hear this. Okay.
It is Mitchell Trubisky.
Yeah.
At Atlanta. Atlanta has sucked.
Yes.
Granted, it's been Russell Wilson
and
whoever the hell the Falcons played last week.
Last week, I can't even remember. Oh, Dallas. Dak and Russell Wilson tore these guys apart. You're right, though. 78 points in 2 weeks. You know how I know that?
Got the making of a usable game. Regardless of them, Atlanta giving up the most points to the quarterback position through 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And regardless of how mediocre I think Mitchell Trubisky is as a quarterback, I think that he will finish within the top 10 for pointage this week. Maybe on the bold side, but it's there. He's got the weapons,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
it's going to be a shootout because Calvin Ridley's going to have another 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
So that's 14 points that Mitchell needs to make up right there. So
Yeah. I agree. 100% agree. He was actually my number one choice as well. Um, so I'm glad that you went first because I don't want to go all in. I don't want to double down on Mitch Trubisky. I don't think I would ever do that ever.
yeah,
Other
I felt weird writing that. I thought that was already like you weren't going to do that.
it felt dirty writing it down. Yeah, I understand. I got you. Ryan Tannehill for me is going to be my outside my top 20. He's listed as the 21st quarterback. He's playing Minnesota. Same story out in Minnesota. Something's going up with their defense. They're allowing a lot of just a lot of broken coverage, man. They're just getting torn apart. And I mean, it's led by Kirk Cousins too, so you're not really going to have much competition on the other side of the ball. Tannehill, do your thing, man. Absolutely. So let's go running back position outside the top 20. What do you got for me?
Yeah, running back. So I am actually high as a play for Mike Davis this week.
Okay.
When you have an offensive scheme that includes Christian McCaffrey, you do Christian McCaffrey type plays. That's why we saw 8 receptions for 76 yards last week. I think that continues, and with our half point PPR, floor is 4 points just from receiving right there, not to mention the yards and the touchdown potential.
Yes.
I really like Mike Davis for this week and the next couple of weeks as well.
Yeah, as long as CMC is on the bench, you know that they're just going to still be in that rhythm as if he was still back there. So I agree. Great pick there. I'm gonna double down on the Bears because I actually like Tariq Cohen this week. He's listed as the 34th running back of the week. Like you're saying, Calvin Ridley, he's going to put up points against us. We're going to have to fight back, claw back through the air. I don't think Monty's going to do it all on his own. So even though he hasn't been very efficient lately, Tariq Cohen's probably going to be involved with this game. So for week 3, that is my running back. We'll move on to the wide receivers. What do you got for me, boss?
So someone I got. Hold on, just cut this out because I wanted to see.
Yeah, that's fine.
If this guy was actually taken. You picked him up today. I was like, wait a second. I know he was available yesterday.
He was.
Yeah, because I like him, but I couldn't pull the trigger. But I
Yeah.
should have been more willing to give up Adrian Peterson because I didn't want him there anyway.
That's
And I was
fair.
like, I would do it for Robbie, but I don't want to spend fab. And did you spend fab on him?
I did. I dropped $12, and I did look that.
Okay, so that's more expensive than I would have been willing to.
I did see there was if you go into the desktop version of you could see who else bid, and there was a $7 bid as well. I don't know how high you were willing to go, but I outbid by $5. So
Yeah, no, I don't know that I would have done any fab, but I got to remember that that's a part of the game, so I got to get in on my fabs.
here and there, who knows? Hey, listen. Last year, Danny held his fab. He had $80 going into the last few weeks, and he picked up A.J. Brown and Mostert and won the championship. So I think anyway, if you can maintain while holding on to fab, go for it. But I'm not
I
sure.
just wish I had a win already to kind of justify.
Justify that. Yeah, that kind of approach. I got
So
you.
we'll see.
But for wide receiver, what do you got for us, boss?
All right, so for wide receiver, I am going with Robbie Anderson. Week 1, he had 22 points. Week 2, he had 13 points. He had over 100 receiving yards in both of those games, as well as a TD in both. He's outproducing DJ Moore.
Okay.
He's a go-to deep threat, and Teddy has shown that he is not afraid to go that way.
Yeah.
I think Robbie Anderson's a great play this week, and for rest of season as well.
Okay. I I appreciate you saying that because to be honest, I picked him up for rest of season play. I know this week and I think next week look a little shaky to me, but then rest of season it does look juicy. So I'm hoping it does pan out. But if he's up there for you this week, then I might have some confidence playing him. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. So for my wide receiver this week, outside the top 20, I went pretty far outside the top 20. I almost got to number 50.
Wow.
But it's given the components, George Kittle's out. At least I think he's going to be out. Jimmy Garoppolo, we all know the story that's going on right now. So Brandon Ayuk is actually my wide receiver this week. He's facing the Giants. He is the 49th ranked wide receiver. I just think, given the massive amount of injuries out there again, we have seen players with this opportunity and just crumble and not capitalize. But from what I've been hearing about Brandon Ayuk, I think he might have what it takes, especially against the Giants. So I would be willing to go in on him. He's a free agent. If anybody's interested, just for a 1 week play, he might
He's
be the
probably
guy.
a really cheap daily fantasy player as well.
I would agree. Yeah, if you do DFS, yeah, absolutely. So with that will conclude the outside the top 20. We can move on to the 1v1s. Da-da-da-da-da. Everybody, are you ready for your matchups? We're going to take a different approach to the 1v1s. Not really. We're taking the same approach, but we're consolidating it even further, trying to make this a little bit quicker for us. We're going to go ahead and just list the matchup. We're going to list a couple of key players and go. That's pretty much it. I think we all know who all these big players are, unless we have to talk about somebody like Brandon Ayuk. But right now, I didn't see any names like that, so let's just delve in. What do you got for us, boss?
All right. I guess we will start. ReceiversOnly.com up against Make America Gronk again, except you no need no Gronk.
Ooh, that was good. All right, I like it. Juno Nino Gronk.
Oops.
Oh, no, he didn't.
No, and Bruce Arians came out recently and said that's what we have receivers for. We're not throwing to Gronk, the number one tight end of all time, NFL's top 100 players all time. We're not making plays for Gronk. Healthy drop. I don't think he's going to get picked up. Maybe if he has a decent game, we'll see some waiver moving. But I think Tennessee's tight end is going to be the story in this one.
Yes.
We're going to see a lot of points made up there. I do think receiversonly.com is, in fact, what they say they are, receivers only, especially for this week after the big hit to CMC. We know the CMC and chill, but he's going with James Robinson and Joshua Kelly. Two potential boomers.
Yes.
I'll give him that.
Yes.
James Robinson, especially with how well Jacksonville has been doing, has been seeing a lot of production. Joshua Kelly has been a thorn in my side since week 1. I want to bring this up because I hate him. And if somehow Anthony Lynn hears this, let's go.
Let's go.
Joshua Kelly, 23 freaking rushes last week for 64 freaking yards, while Austin Eckler was out there for 16 and 90 fucking 3 yards. Do the fucking math. Who the fuck do you... I'm done. Make America Gronk again takes this down.
I love it. I think you're right. Receiversonly.com. Man, these guys all need shorter names. Receiversonly.com is going to struggle here because, yeah, like you said, they are very heavy on receivers, including Darren Waller. That man's a receiver. Let's not kid ourselves. Devontae Parker, I think, is going to be a key player in this one on Thursday night. It's going to be a nice back and forth, as been previously mentioned. The only problem here is Darren Waller. Him and Josh Jacobs did not practice today from what I saw. Who knows what's going to happen there. But make America Jonu again. DK Metcalf.
You know, need no ground.
You don't need him. DK Metcalf, he's a great guy. Russ is, he's when you get a big guy with a great chef like Russ,
Russ is cooking.
Just continues to cook.
Calf is on the menu.
Calf is on the menu. Dalvin Cook, the other cook here. Listen, Minnesota sucks. I don't trust Kirk Cousins. So let's give the ball to the running backs, and it's going to be a great game for them. Make America Jonu again. I'm just ad-libbing that. Change your name to that. Or
Team change your name.
Team change your name. You guys, we are both choosing Make America Gronk again. Oh, quick reminder here. Pick'ems. Last week, Louie, you got 2 out of 5. 2 out of 5 correct. That means you are now 4 out of 10 on the season. I got 4 out of 5 last week. So I am sitting at 6 out of 10. I'm ahead of you by 2 games. So if we want to differ on some of these, I don't blame you. You got some catch up to do here, man. All right. So make America Jonu again with the win. We'll move on to the next game here. Go ahead and choose this one. We'll go another team name change we're going to need over here. Instead of Captain Kirk, I'm going to go with Captain Murray because that man is leading that team right now. That dude has not dropped below 24 points. He's a great player. Aaron Jones finding his groove. The offense is clicking again. And Hawkins.
Aaron Jones, don't even get me started on that guy.
Yeah, you know the pain. It's real. Hawkinson has had a pretty decent year so far for what he has been. And I think he's going to do just fine again in this game. Tuckered out is the opponents here. Mahomes, Kelsey. He's going to be led by the Chiefs, in my opinion. And the Chiefs are going to be the only ones that score. Captain Murray's going to win this game, in my opinion.
Fair is fair. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I like your analysis. I wanted to, for the Captain Murray's, talk about Antonio Gibson. He has had an increased workload. It was a surprise 5th round pick. Very surprising. I thought I was going to be able to get him later. But we knew going in that he was going to have a small progressive role. But we've seen that happen a lot quicker, especially with Adrian Peterson leaving. He's continuing to get the ball, and I think he's going to continue to improve and improve and improve each and every single week. I really like him this week. They're going against sloppy Cleveland.
Yeah.
I'm actually intrigued to watch this game. I do want to watch the Browns play this week. And then on the other side, for Tuckered Out, I wanted to bring up Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
Someone who I feel has been one of the biggest letdowns thus far this year, for considering where he was drafted. The volume has been there, but his production has been really low. And I looked and I was like, is Gio really stealing anything from this guy? No. Gio has only had 1 rushing attempt
pretty much
in both games. So 1-1. Has there been some passing opportunities? Sure. But Joe Mixon is not getting it done on the ground. Joe Burrow had to throw the ball over 60 times last week. Definitely over 50.
It was a lot. And
it was a lot for the guy.
Yeah, it's a lot for the guy. If somebody who's just coming in and trying to fix the team, he does. I mean, it's a different approach. I feel like Andy Dalton.
But as a rookie, to rely on someone to throw the ball that much was quite surprising, considering you have this veteran running back, but he's not getting the job done.
Yeah.
He's someone I'm worried about this week.
Okay.
I think his projections are a little high.
Okay.
In fact, he hasn't even come within 5 points of his projections the first 2 weeks of the season. He's gonna have to get it going this week
Mm-hmm.
to continue on that RB1 fringe RB2 status.
That's fair.
I don't know that he does. So for this one, I was actually pulling Tuckered out early in my decision, but I am now leaning Captain Murray, Captain Kirk.
Okay.
And I'm going as such, Captain Kirk.
Okay. Yeah, totally understandable. It will be interesting to see the back and forth between the two teams here. You guys have some strong players throughout, and I mean, it just depends on how big of a game each one has, like Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Next game. Tucker's new home versus Kicking Butt-Kurs. How about that one?
Let's do it.
All right. Well, what do you got?
All right. So for this one, Tucker's new home. We talked about it earlier. Calvin Ridley already has 4 touchdowns through 2 games. He's done this before. He'll do it again. We have seen 3 touchdown games out of this guy.
Mm-hmm.
He just makes me so upset every single time as the former Julio Jones owner.
As the previous
Calvin Ridley has it, and as
yeah.
the current Julio Jones owner, you're just why don't you throw it to Julio? Why don't you throw it to Julio? This guy will continue to frustrate you unless he is on your team.
Yep.
And I'm gonna say right off the bat, Tucker's new home. I think they're gonna take down the Kicking Buckers. When looking at this matchup, I scrolled down and I looked at Bucker's bench, and I just felt bad for the guy.
Yeah.
Which is weird because this guy has kicked our butts. He's kicked our Buckers for the last 4 freaking years, and I'm looking at this guy's bench going,
oh, honey.
Poor guy. I mean, he still has a starting team, but Tucker's new home, just like last year, getting out to the hot start. They're going 3-0.
Yeah. And I don't see a whole lot of signs of them slowing down either. There's a lot of great pieces out there. Calvin Ridley was the first talking point for me as well. He's the new hotness for sure. Josh Jacobs, if he plays. I know he didn't practice today, but he is the safety net for the Raiders, and he's just exploding this year. It's great to see all this talent. It's just not great to see it all on one team. Oh, it's going to be unfair. Kicking Buckers, listen, I love your Cowboys. Your Cowboys are going to be explosive throughout the rest of the year. They are just a dominant team. We saw that last week against Atlanta. Like, they can come back from any kind of deficit in any amount of time.
That was a crazy game. I never thought that we'd ever see a successful onside kick again since the rule change, and that was amazing. I love the effort.
Yeah, it was great effort and it paid off. What a finish. Still wasn't enough for last week. It still will not be enough for this week. Tucker's new home, going 3-0. I agree with you. It really doesn't change much with our pick'ems, but I think, oh man, these are just really straightforward.
Well, now we have more to draw off of. I think we have more.
Yeah, I think you're right.
There's kind of where we're both going to start leaning unless we have a feeling about something, but.
Yeah, I like, when you got a team with Tucker's new home, you see what they've done 2 weeks in a row, and it's kind of hard not to just assume they're going to do it again. So we'll see what happens as the season goes on. Like you said, this happened last year, so anything could happen. Anything could happen. So we'll move on. Moving on, upright soon. He got upright last week, so that's good, and he's first as Electric Clyde.
Yeah, that's me.
Clyde. Oh, bro. Chef Russ, man. Chef Russ.
Hey, I don't know that I've ever had a number 1 player ever on my team, so I will take it.
Yeah.
Even though I have 2 losses. I think last week I would have beaten anyone else. Yep. So that's something that I can hang my hat on. It was just a poor luck of the matchup draw.
I got to say about Russell Wilson, I had him last year. He will be unpredictable at times, and kind of like this last game. He only threw the ball 28 times. He made it all count, though. That dude is When he needs to, he is precise and he is perfect. 28 throws every game is not going to get you great numbers every game. So, if somebody ever figures out that long ball, it's going to spell trouble for you. But I'll tell you what, ride it out while he's still cooking that sweet cooking stuff. Touchdowns, I guess. I don't know.
Sweet cooking stuff.
Yeah. Eckler, listen, I love him this week. I think he's going to get more production or just more opportunities, probably same production. It's just like you said, Joshua Kelly is a question mark.
That's the one thing I'm really upset about this week is that I get a juicy matchup and it might be snuffed by Joshua Kelly.
It's possible, but listen, man, you don't know until it happens. It's tough to predict, and you never know who's going to go down with injuries either. So just keep your head up, keep your chin up, my friend. Although, look at this. I didn't realize it until I went to go look for him off the waivers this week. Cam Newton is now the new old hotness, as it were, and he has just been incredible. I got nothing else, but wow. And I don't see that slowing down. This is going to be a great quarterback matchup. Wow, I expect great things, just phenomenal things. And then Miles Sanders is another standout for me. He's going to be pretty much the only running back this game because the rest of the team is injured. Almost everybody except Deshaun Jackson, I think. Cincinnati sucks. Miles Sanders, he can catch, he can run. I think this will spell trouble for you, and I think you might lose.
Yeah, so I'd like to ride in your coattails, if you will.
Sure.
I wanted to talk about Cam Newton. He does have me a bit worried as a season-long play.
Okay.
I think there's some short appeal, and as the Breeze owner, I think you're fine. People are worried about Breeze. I don't see it.
For some reason, I see where they're coming from, but
I think without having Michael Thomas, he's going to have to work some more, but I still think he's the same great quarterback. People have said this for years about Tom Brady.
Yep. It's fine.
Back when they were on their Super Bowl runs. I think Breeze is fine. Cam Newton worries me. He had 15 rushing attempts in week 1, 11 last week. And they weren't necessarily high producing. Granted, last week he did have 2 rushing touchdowns, and maybe week 1 he may have had 1. No, week 2. Okay, so he has 4 rushing touchdowns already. But that does worry me as far as the tall, lanky body that he is getting beat up that many times.
And that was the problem out in Carolina, is he kept getting beat up.
Exactly. So he's just this time bomb that
it could.
He's good when he's in, but how long and when is that going to happen? That's why that worries me. I like that Russ has taken on the I'm going to be a thrower quarterback, move second. They've really shied away from that. I think he has half as many not even half as many rushing attempts as Cam Newton. But he's also got a lot of weapons, so I really like that too. I don't know that I will pull it off. I feel like I'm playing this sit-start game that might end up biting me, and I might flip-flop my team as to what you guys see it now. I think Upright Soon takes this down. I think they have a complete team, and
yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, it'll be a good one. I think it'll be a close one, like not all my games have, but I fully expect a battle, and I think Upright Soon takes it.
I think so too. I think Upright Soon, at least this week, like you're saying, they got it. They got a solid team. Who knows about the future with the fragile bones of Newton and so on, but I think this is don't get me wrong, don't hear what I'm saying. Your guys' game is going to be really good. Even Yahoo has that projected really close. It's going to be a good one. I'm looking forward to watching that on Sunday on the ride home. It's going to be a nice one. Cool. Cool. Well, that just leaves one more thing, my good sir. would you do the honors?
We are gathered here today to talk about one thing, and but one thing only. We bring you the game of the week.
Yeah! Oh, game of the week. I love it. Oh, I'm so excited to be here. Even though my team is not entirely the strongest.
Here.
Yeah, it's not entirely here, but I'm all right with it. I'm looking forward to it. We got I got a worthy opponent here.
Game of the week.
So pumped. So pumped.
The man.
The myth.
There's that smile. Look at that.
Woo!
Look at that on broken screen.
No, it's broken.
He can talk. He can talk just fine.
I can talk just fine, but I don't know if this is going to shut off at any point. So
So
We're gonna
I
roll.
don't know if it's gonna what?
I said, I don't know if it's going to shut off at any point. So we're going to roll with it.
You got it.
All right,
Roll
well,
with
let's
it.
talk.
We'll make it quick. Real quick. Scott, you're going down. Okay, I'm done. Boom!
White girls, insane in the brain. Let's hear the
John-
white girls talk.
Use a bitch, but
Ah.
good luck.
Taking an old book from 2019 and trying to
You know-
apply it again.
It's just my number one go-to phrase at this point because I believe I beat Chet after I told him good luck.
Let's remember, thunder only strikes twice, but never in the same spot.
Oh, thunder doesn't.
And it's thunder that doesn't strike. It's lightning.
There we go.
And that was the joke. And I'm glad you guys think I'm stupid for it now.
No, I love you. I love you, Lou.
Hurricanes only strike once.
Scott, I gotta tell you, man, you got some really good talent, but they all have the initials DH. DeAndre Hopkins, Derrick Henry. You should just go out there and just invest in DH players.
And they all suck.
They're all designated hitters.
They're all designated hitters.
But Josh, the real, I think it's going to be a real good game because you got the stash on your side.
Ooh, that stash. I'm a little scared because the stash is a Thursday night game. So
Hey, big things happen on Thursday night.
I mean, you either
One-
go on Thursday night or you go 0 on Thursday night. There's no between.
not really. I think we're gonna have a good game though, man. You guys, like I said, you got some good players. I got some decent players, and then we both have some question marks like Todd Gurley and Leonard Fournette.
Dude, I was real happy to see you got Leonard Fournette in there because Todd Gurley is the biggest question mark of the year for me.
Dude, thank you for playing that game for me this year. I am so glad I'm not playing the Todd Gurley game at all. That is a
really-
scary.
But after the first 2 weeks, I think everybody on my team outside of DeAndre Hopkins and Matt Ryan are in for a good game. I mean, they've all sucked dick all the rest of the year.
I mean, that's
Like-
fair.
Pretty sure my keeper has like 15 points all year.
To counter that,
Hey.
if it weren't for Kamara, I would have had 60 points last week. So.
But you know what? It could be worse. I could be Matt, and my first round draft pick could be out
Ooh.
for the second year in a row.
Ooh, body
And I
blow.
only say this because he beat me by 2 damn points the first week.
Hey, he beat me by 3 points last week.
Ooh.
That lucky son of a.
Hey,
But you know what? He's 2-0, so he can't complain.
oh no. I would take luck. I mean, I did take luck last year. I would take luck anytime.
And
Two-
who-
If he was playing still, I probably would have drafted him.
Yeah, risky business.
Maybe. I think this game is risky business because
There's
of
a
our
lot of
team
risky plays. I like the Minshew play, but it's so weird to see Deshaun Watson on the bench.
Yeah.
It is very weird. It's weird to see you starting Minshew over Watson at any point in time.
It feels like
running.
I don't know if it's a flex, like a flex, not like a hey, he's my flex. It's like a flex or like a hey, I'm kind of fucking tilting already.
You see, I'm cowering in that corner after seeing that he's playing Pittsburgh. That's why I tilted this week.
However, I think you got a little cocky with the mustache gif, and that might come back to bite you.
It might.
Ooh,
That
but you
was a
said
very yeah.
did you call me a bitch too in your opening line?
No, just Josh.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm just a little bit worried that thunder doesn't strike twice.
You know what I am real happy about this week, though, is that Josh is going to officiate a wedding that day because I don't have
He's
to
gonna
see him
call on the god.
because I don't have to see him at work. Because if I'm gonna be winning, I'm gonna rub it in his face, and if he's gonna be winning, he's gonna politely say nothing and just stare at me.
I do that. I walk up to the bar when he's working when we play each other, and I just look at football with a smile. That's it. That's all I do.
Son of a bitch, get back in the bag.
That's all. Yeah. Yeah, we will be missing out on that this week, but it's probably for the best.
I believe yes, because if I lose, I'm definitely going 0-3, which is probably where Danny's gonna be after this week too, and possibly Louis.
Yeah, I did have a conversation, I think, with Dale, just from the pure pounding that I got from him this past week until Kamara, and he was like, I cannot believe that you guys are all 0-2 right now. It's honestly kind of crazy how this year is playing out. Even
Yeah, 4 0-2 teams, 4 2-0 teams. I think by week 5, it's going to be either flip-flopped or some jumbled in between.
Mhm.
But I don't think it's going to be the same top 4, bottom 4. I think there's going to be a lot of movement. We're going
I
to see a
think
lot
by
of parity. That's the one thing we keep talking about, and it's going to be very interesting. And this week's going to be the turning point.
I think by week 5, 60% of all starters are going to be on injured reserve. By the way, this is going. And we're really going to have to play that waiver wire.
Thank God I have all my fab.
There you go. There you go. You guys are playing the right game here now.
Who was it? Chet spent like $60 this
Oh,
week.
we've been talking about it all night. Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
we have.
The man. Hold on. I got it pulled up right here. The man has $48 left, and it's week 3.
Oh, he put a lot of, maybe it'll work out for him, but let's be honest. How did it go for him last year when he spent what was it, like $45?
All we gotta say is Corey Clement.
Yeah, I think it was like $45 on Corey Clement.
Hey, the man spends his money.
He spends
There
it.
is no.
That's all we're
I'm
gonna
not gonna say what I was about to say.
Facts. Hashtag facts. He spends money. We'll see how it goes.
Receiversonly.com. There's like an entry fee of around. It's around $52 fab dollars to join receiversonly.com. So he hasn't really spent anything.
I hope.
But this isn't about receiversonly.com.
Oh, this is about us. Yeah.
This is about the man that has held on to his high school PE uniform and the man that has not stopped walking around his kitchen and living room.
I literally just got home when you called me.
These two men, men,
Bearded boys
are duking it out. They're duking it out.
Duking. You see what you did there?
Meaningless week 3 matchup.
Yeah. Game
I
of
would
the
say
week.
meaningless though because I would have won every fucking dollar from all y'all guys last year if I had taken out Robbie by 1 more yard. So
you want to know why you didn't? Because Thunder doesn't strike twice.
Thunder does not strike twice. So that might be playing in my favor.
Maybe. Quite possibly.
I might have a good week 3, is all I'm saying.
Who are you playing again, Louis?
I'm up against soon up Upright soon.
Soon up. He's
Oh,
out.
The
on
emoji player. I'm up against emoji.
he puts up 70 points against Josh, who is I don't know what kind of hoodoo voodoo shit you put on people to score so little against you year in and year out.
You're not talking to me at this point, right?
No, he's talking to me.
No, I'm
Oh,
talking.
okay. I was gonna say I am always fighting for every single freaking wing that I get.
That's what I'm saying. Fucking Josh is over here, scores 90 points and wins by 40.
Hey, buddy.
And we're trusting this guy. What are we doing?
Nobody actually trusts me. I'm just here to talk. I like hearing myself talk on these. That's about
Never
it.
trust anybody under 5'6".
I can attest
Josh
to this.
counter.
No, he's right.
Okay. Lesson of the day: don't trust anyone under 5.
We're looking at you too, Scott Lyjack.
I think he's 5'7". He may have just
Double shots fired. Double shots fired.
Is he
Yeah.
really taller than you?
Oh, dude, everybody's talking to me. What are you talking
Oh, we're having a back-to-back. You guys are same jacket size though, so.
about? I'm wider than Lyjack too.
Josh,
just not
where is the blazer and why are you not wearing it?
It's a good question. I don't know. I don't
I
know.
also have a question. Why does it look like you're on a green screen with everything blurred out behind you?
He's got the blurred background
Yeah,
option on.
Ah, I didn't know that was a thing.
Oh, it's so
The
much
more-
fun. You can like I'm now in an
Oh,
office. We got the draft board.
Now, can you put yourself in a dog cage? Because that's where you could be at the end of the year.
Now I'm totally winning this week. I don't even care.
There has been a lot of shit, and Scott's shit pile is almost off screen.
It's almost off screen.
Josh is just calling out the shit. So we're down here with Josh.
No, nobody's down here with me. Nobody's 5'5". Okay.
Oh,
Wait.
Oh,
Josh
hey!
cannot stack his shit as high as Scott, though, due to physics.
Due to physics.
Shorter man, taller man.
Stack that high.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Shit stacking.
All of his shit is on his roster right now.
Oof.
Ooh.
You
That
know,
shit pile.
the squad would have something to comment, but they're out working hard now. They're practicing at 11:15 at night just to take you down. I guarantee it.
But you know what?
Mm-hmm.
I have a strong feeling I'm going to end up in the Sacco. So, you know what?
Man, I am so sorry for you that you feel going into week 3 that you feel like you are already destined for a Sacco return.
Return? What do you mean?
Their last year.
I'm just talking about Sacco Bullage.
Yeah, we do need some
I'm
new
not
faces.
calling
in
out
Sacco.
anyone as being the Sacco, but you said yourself that you're going to the Sacco.
No, I said I feel like I'm going the way my team's going right now, you know, my number one pick getting hurt right off the bat and everything else like that.
It's Gurley.
My keeper throwing up 15 total points
Gurley
in
game.
2 weeks, and Todd Gurley.
Michael Thomas.
Listen, it's only a matter of time before Derrick Henry does crazy things again, because I shit talked him all last year, and he's just going to hurt me again.
Kitty amazing. I'm gonna win this week though.
Meow.
All right, who do we got winning? Are you guys both in favor of yourself? Am I the deciding factor here?
Actually,
you are indeed the deciding factor because I am going to beat this man.
I am full of confidence when I'm talking shit, but in reality, I actually think Scott's going to win.
I only believe this because Josh beat me last week in our ESPN league, and it's only fair that Thunder doesn't strike twice.
And this is a very
Thunder striking twice.
Thunder striking twice. Thunder twice. Yeah, it'll be a good one. What do you feel, Lou? Who do you got winning this one? Because I actually do think Scott's going to win. Just
this
not by
one
much.
does worry me. I think there's a lot of boom in the white girls' corner.
But you can't say the same thing about me either.
No, I think it's more consistent. I think
No.
I think if the girls boom, obviously they win, I don't think you have a chance. And I'm talking 3 players going above their projected points.
That's fair.
If
Yeah.
Gurley stays out of the end zone, if Will Fuller isn't, in the flying V like he was last week, what even happened to that guy? He had 1 rush attempt. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
This is so tough. I don't know how probable it is for.
Would we like to play
I'm so sorry. I'm going insane, but this is also my first difference, and I have a lot of games to make up, Scott, because Josh kicked my butt last week in the pick'ems. I have to be different on this one. This is the first one all week. I cannot agree.
Would we like to make this interesting, my friend? If you are feeling that Insane is gonna win, would you
No,
like
that's
to?
not me. The pressure's on me now.
Oh yes.
Ooh, I am interested.
How is this sound on Josh?
I don't know what's happening, but I'm all in.
Josh
What are
said
we
I
talking
was
about?
gonna. Josh got no pressure.
I got no
You
pressure.
said Zane's gonna win, so now let's make it interesting.
What are we talking here?
All
What are
right,
we talking?
what do we got?
Mm.
Name it. You're the guy with the idea.
Mm. Mm.
Damn, you put me on the spot. I have no
Are we
idea.
talking about a tasty habanero?
What are we talking about? What?
Are we talking about a tasty habanero?
I'm down for a tasty habanero.
Oh, is this a habanero bet?
This is a habanero bet.
First one of the week. All right. So not only do I have to root for my team, I now have to subconsciously root for an opponent as well. I agree. I accept your terms.
Oh,
I will
Let's
Skype shake.
Scott, if you lose, we're gonna have you back on the show next week just for the fact.
Obviously, if you won, it's just me eating habanero at the beginning of the show. It will be at the beginning, and I will do the rest of the show like that.
And if it's, me, I will hop on to eat the habanero and then promptly hop off before I cry.
Yes.
No, you're gonna be on enough to know that we know that it's in your system.
Yeah. We gotta at least see.
You're not just gonna be like, oh, all right, bye.
We gotta see at least. Show us 2 tiers, and then you can go.
2
All right.
tiers. 2 gypsy tiers, and you're
Get back in there. Yeah, I think. Wow, this is so exciting. First habanero bet of the season. Thank you, gentlemen.
And Josh is not in it.
No, I'm not.
I
This
like
is the
it.
best. I'm so happy.
I like it. I don't mind it.
Oh,
I struggled with it, but I don't mind it.
But it could be worse.
It could be worse. I've had worse, not by much.
I mean, not much worse. There's only like 2 or 3 peppers hotter, but it could be worse.
Could be. Well, guys, you just made this week that much more interesting. Thank you.
Oh, of course.
Oh,
I'm only a guest like once a year. I might as well make things interesting while I'm here because thunder don't stop.
Stir the pot, stir the stew.
This is going to make the drive home from Carbondale a whole lot more interesting on many, many levels. So thank you.
And Josh doesn't have to do anything because if he loses, he doesn't have to eat a habanero. He just gets the loss.
I just get to edit
no
somebody
pressure.
eating a habanero the next
There's
week.
no pressure. We're gonna be like, I lost. Oh well.
Josh loses, but he wins.
I don't have
One
to
way
eat.
or the other.
I gotta see my co-host fucking down a pepper.
This will be great. All right, Scott. Thanks for stopping in, man.
Thank you so much, sir. Always a pleasure.
Thanks for waiting. I know it took a little while, but I appreciate it.
Totally fine, man.
Totally cool, man. Always a pleasure.
You're good on time.
Yeah, we're doing great.
It's an honor to be on the show, and I really hope I'm not on the show next week.
Game of the week.
I honestly can say I am indifferent.
I'm happy to be on the show next week. I hope I am. I hope I'm still here.
It's great to see both of you sometime next week on the show.
Yeah, don't say both of us. Get out of here.
All right. We'll be seeing our field correspondent next week at a habanero roadside stand.
Habanero. how happy I am to just watch
But
somebody else
Josh,
do this.
I will say,
They're happy
I will
narrows.
say good luck.
Yeah, good luck, sir.
And I really hope I win just because I want to see Louis eat another habanero. I don't even want to see you lose at this point. I just want to see him lose.
And,
Well, Josh, there you go. You get your second win. Fuck you.
in the words in the words of Dennis, gentlemen, suck my dick.
Suck my dick.
Gladly.
All right, Scott. We'll see you around, boss.
All right, fellas. Have a good night. We'll
You
talk.
as well. Take care, brother.
Yes, absolutely.
All right.
I don't know how to end this. I can't see.
Oh, you.
Wow,
You're
you're such a fucking rookie.
There it is.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey.
And that was our
Game.
game of the week.
Yeah. Oh yeah, what a game of the week.
Josh,
Yes.
stop.
Oh, let me help you. I helped you. I'm the best.
Thank you. Hold on. Still stuck. All right, back to normal.
Well, Lou, that's good. That's a nice end
Yep.
of a week 3 recap here, or just predictions. We love it.
We did it. We made it through.
Thank you.
Week 3. Good luck, ladies and gentlemen.
Good luck, ladies and gentlemen. Good luck, gentlemen. Unless there are ladies. And ladies? Oh, and of course, as always, go sports.
Go sports, baby.